with the bubbling water.
Light it up, smoke it up. Inhale, exhale.
I assumed we were gonna be muted, but apparently these jackasses.
We don't give a fuck. Hit the bowl.
Inhale, exhale.
We got another ounce in the barrel.
You guys say I suck.
And we are live. Okay, so people, just so you guys are watching this right now, sorry about us singing really quick. But yeah, it's time to attack the chat. Obviously, you're about to start. We're actually a little bit early. But I just wanted to come on here and test to see if the stream was actually working, and it is. So thank you very much for watching already. I see there's 2 people watching right now that was waiting for us. Thank you. I fucking hate YouTube. I fucking hate XSplit, but everything seems to be working just fine. So we'll see you guys in literally like 2 minutes.
Hits from.
Yes, I always get mad when that kind of fucking shit. But yes, you're early, Tim. You're early this time. Mr. Contra, I'm so happy to be early for once, man. We're actually doing our job right, sir.
This is a job?
He's muted. Oh, no. He's muted.
Wait,
no!
I was going to say, am I still here?
And yes, Alan is still here as well. I was gonna say hi and all that good stuff because you were such a beautiful, sweet young man. But my boy Ganja here too. And yes, is everything working okay, buddy?
Yep.
You can hear you just fine. Go ahead. Let's start over. You want to start over again?
No.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, hello.
Hi, Dr. Phil.
Title of a video game show. Wait, what the fuck do you think this is?
I think it's Friday. I'm sorry.
My good God, man, damn.
Yeah, until it gets to Friday and you think it's Tuesday.
Friday.
Gonna play some games on Friday. Fun. Actually, no fun, because Alan over here, the fucking fun police, is on that show, so you know. You
oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
What?
They roped us both in here. You can't throw me under that bus,
Motherfucker,
man.
no, I am not part of the fun police. You are a fucking monster when it comes to people having a good time and smiling, dude.
Coming from the guy that was yelling at everyone during parody night.
Okay, do you want to bring that shit up right now? Because Justin and you and all the other white people were wrong. Because
literally, Ganja read it off the IMDb page, the same place you went to. That Shaun of the Dead is not a parody; it is a satire.
Really, I'm gonna show you something really quick.
Oh my God, here we go again.
Oh no, you want to bring it up, sir? I'm sick of people being wrong all the goddamn time. I'm doing this shit.
How are you sleeping during this?
Oh no, I'm just making sure my notes are ready and prepared for this.
Yep.
Your nuts already?
His nuts and his notes. Here's the thing: parody movies, right? And then over here, Shaun of the Dead, and you go to top 50 parody movies from IMDb, and you'll see that shit. Where is that shit at? Oh, by the way, I brought up Naked Gun. I brought that shit up, and you guys said it was not. And
no, we didn't. We said that was a parody. We agreed with you.
No, it's same with Austin Powers. Same thing.
We said it was a parody. We said the first one was.
The first one is definitely a parody. After that shit becomes its own shit.
They're the same movie, basically.
Not really. The second one goes on with Dr. Evil's relationship and shit with the girl Franz, and they have the mini-me character, and they start doing a lot more of those pop reference jokes. It turns more into Family Guy by the second movie.
There's another one too. Walk Hard. I said that was a parody movie. You guys did not.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We never argued with that. We never argued
You
that.
lying sack of shit. Yes, you did.
Okay. We never argued Walk Hard to such an extreme degree that I don't even remember you bringing it up.
Okay. Well, you know for sure you remember this shit. Shaun of the Dead. So you guys said you were at the same place? Fuck no. Number 13, first page, Shaun of the Dead parody movie. See Shaun of the Dead? Huh? See that? And then, hola, top 50 parody movies, imdb.com. Oh, is that a victory I see from an actual movie website? Yes.
No, Nick, be fair. Just go back to the website, please.
Okay, why? What the fuck do you want? What?
Okay, created by CT Gopher, not IMDb. This is not an official list, sir.
Created by Nick Diaz.
Goddamn guts! I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. You son of a bitch! I fucking hate you.
The pen is definitely better than the McDiaz.
Why do you have a goddamn pencil? Were you writing this
shit
down?
You've been learning.
Okay, Oh, Alan, you shut the fuck up, okay? If Ridley Scott's on it, then it's not even of quality or even a discussion, okay? Because you hate Ridley Scott so much.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you're biased, because you hate things, because you're the fun police.
So you're like Rocky in like the fourth quarter, like, what the fuck do I do now? I don't want to switch to Southpaw. Okay, I'll switch to Southpaw.
Cedric,
you bring up random movies, I'm bringing up random movies.
Cedric, fuck you. It's not that funny, bitch.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. Because this is live.
Oh, Broke Black Man is dead. I love it.
Fucking
wow, that sounds fucked up.
Anyways, BBM saying Austin Powers 1 and 2 are the best in the series. I forgot that there was more than just 1 and 2.
There's 3, and they were supposed to be making a 4th for the longest time.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's what it is, and people are actually loving the Penelope. They're like, Penelope's here. Oh shit. And no, Cedric, we're not both the fun police. We're different departments. We're left Twix and right Twix, apparently. Is that what you're saying, Cedric?
No, he's trying to say basically you're a beat cop and I'm a detective.
Okay.
No. Hold on. We all know who's police chief and who is the assistants here. We all know Nick is the police chief of the fun department. Alan would sometimes do fun to go undercover and see what it's like.
Okay. Keep coming in here and trying to do that shit, Ganja, trying to be one with the fucking community. Want me to bring up Nintendo right now?
I am one with the chat. Yeah. I am one with the community.
Want me to bring up Nintendo right now, bitch? Mr.
I'll fucking cut you, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. People, when everyone loves Nintendo Switch and all Nintendo products and the nice, welcoming hands of Mario fucking, his last name is Mario too, so Mario, and all these great things, and this man hates it all. He hates it all. You know, it has to be drug-induced and in the ghetto like Grand Theft Auto. You gotta have people killing people, zombies, all that shit.
Oh, no, don't forget RTSs.
Yeah.
He's mad that this Mario Odyssey isn't an RTS. If it was an RTS, he'd buy it in a minute.
That's a lying no, because I'm not buying that.
That is not a lie.
I'm not buying that fucking XCOM bullshit that they're trying to do on that Switch. Fuck that.
You can lie to everyone else. You can't lie to yourself.
I can lie to myself all I got.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm actually really pissed off about that Ceto for 90 shit with the parody movies. That really pisses me off. Because why would you have that on here? Like, you can't put your own movies up there and just rank them for fucking list.
Dude, you take IMDb, but you gotta understand, so much of IMDb is people just on there. That's why it's like you make fun of people in the chat because they fucking reference that shit like it's scripture, and then you reference it like it's scripture as well.
Because I'm trying to play your game. I mean, when you guys do that, I have to fight your battle.
Nobody else brought up IMDb but you.
They always do. Every time I argue with you or Justin, is like, well, IMDb said. I'm like,
okay,
well, fuck, I guess
Justin does, yes. Justin brings it up. I never bring up IMDb shit.
Yeah, right. You're white. Of course you do.
I think that site is garbage.
Okay, then what's a good site to go to then? What's
honestly, as far as if you're talking about something official, I don't know any top of my head because I honestly think a lot of them are so biased that I really don't trust any of the stuff up there. What I do is when I try to make a decision of what's satire, what's parody, I try to find definitions from literature of what these mean, and then try to find stuff that goes into that. Or I try to compare different kinds of movies. Scary Movie and Shaun of the Dead are not the same kinds of movies. They're completely different flow and how they're making fun of movies. So I try to use my intelligence to make my own decisions like a human being.
Okay, yeah. See, this is the part where he sucks his own dick so much, and then he doesn't realize he just.
Oh fuck! Oh, well, I learned from the best, you know.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really good at it. That's why I like myself.
Really good at tooting your own fucking horn. You might as well be your own marching band.
I am God. No, I'm just playing. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not. But anyways, moving on. God damn it. And Cedric saying he's too loose cannon for the fun police to ever accept him. Oh, God doesn't pass a drug test. Man, fuck him.
Well, yeah, of course it's the fun police. Of course it'd be a drug test.
I've seen God's favorite here.
I'm the leader of the fun squad here. Y'all just hate me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're fun until you fucking not so fun. I don't know. I quit. I really do quit. And really quick, before we continue on, I gotta do something behind the scenes wise. I'm so sorry, Mr. Ganja Guru. I forgot to do a thing where you guys can actually see what the fuck's happening on screen.
I love it. Like every 3 minutes, I can just see what Alan looks like for a second. He freezes, and then I can see myself. He freezes.
I'm gonna start dropping subtle hints of rabbitism until you get it.
Actually, really quick though, while I'm doing this, because yeah, I'm just not used to doing this part of the show.
Hey, Nick, happy Easter, man. Happy Easter. You know, happy Easter, Alan.
What the fuck does that mean?
Or Merry? What does that mean? It's Easter. Easter's coming up. It's gonna be in like a couple weeks.
I was trying to make this joke that Alan was going, trying to drop you hints that we gotta use the rabbit.
Oh, okay, thank you. But no, I was gonna ask you. Shut the fuck up, goddammit! I was gonna ask you, what the fuck are you guys gonna do for the goddamn video gaming show on Friday, you son of a bitch?
Well, guys, you come down to Facebook and check out our Untitled Video Game Show that we do on the MCA Facebook page. We're gonna actually be doing Donkey Kong, the original one for 64, also known as the greatest game ever made for the Super Nintendo.
I don't know how wrong you are, man, but you are more wrong than you've ever been in your whole life.
But if you want to see how wrong I am, come check us out at 7:30 CST time on the Facebook page. Just to remind you one more time, because we like you guys come in there, drop some comments, talk bullshit with the show. Because like I always say on the show, we can't attack no chat if there ain't no chat.
Oh yes, of course. Speaking of that, Easter gotcha. So with that said, Easter rabbit. No, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say, but there is some rules
Worst
though.
holiday.
Wait, what'd you say?
Easter, the worst holiday ever.
Yeah. Do you celebrate Easter?
No, I'm Muslim, so.
Oh shit.
I think God way more at that than Nick.
I kind of wish, I know this is a little off topic, but can he tell you his Christmas story?
Please.
Have I never told this story on the live show? I feel like I have.
I don't
I'm
think
so
you have.
curious. I gotta hear this.
Okay, so back when I was a kid, I didn't understand, this is back when I still believed in Santa, and I didn't understand how it worked. So I just assumed Santa would give all presents to Christian kids and left all the Muslims out. So I wrote a letter to Santa saying, I've been a good kid, could you just give me the presents? I won't tell anybody.
I love that shit every time he tells it to us.
Oh
I didn't understand how it worked. I was until I got older, I'm like, wow, that was fucking stupid.
My favorite is he forgot to tell y'all that he was like, yeah, man, and I don't have a chimney. So, I don't know when he was going to come, he's going to open, the back door and drop it off.
Yeah, I was going to leave a window open.
And you know what's funny too is this is Santa Claus over here, oh, I got you, bro. I'll just drop that shit off right next to your door.
I got you, friend of Allah. I got you.
Yeah, no, it was until I got older. I was like, oh, okay, that was all stupid. Holy shit.
Damn, that's a damn shame. But
hey, I'm a kid, man. You're always taught yo, we can't celebrate Christmas because we're Muslim, and then you see all my friends, most of them were Christian, so they got presents and all that stuff. I'm like, man, I want some presents, man.
Damn.
Man, Cedric is the best. Alan's trying to make drug deals with Santa.
I know, that's fucking hilarious. But
hey, I was negotiating, man.
I guess so. But here's the thing, though, man. Mr. Ganja Guru. So since we're probably going to be letting people on, probably if they want to come in during the community question segment, because we're not doing Flex and Chill tonight. If you guys want to come on, make sure to let us know on Facebook or in the Double Toasted chat room. You can tell us in the YouTube channel. We'll try to figure out some kind of way to bring you on. But that'll be behind the scenes stuff. But if you do come on, there are some rules that you have to follow. Mr. Ganja Guru, why don't you tell them?
For example, guys, the rules that you must follow are rule number 1. Newcomers join the call first. We're all about those new, fresh smelling faces so people are appearing for the first time or hopping off after a while. Please let us know inside the chat room. Hit me, Alan, or Mr. Diaz inside the chat groups, and we'll let you know how to come onto the show. Rule number 2, do not talk over each other. Or just skip, because we all know you ain't got the rhythm in your beat. So make sure not to talk over each other or make some random music, because it just ruins audio quality for later viewing. Rule number 3, please no nudity, folks. This is a staple of YouTube. They're banning guns. How do you think that will feel if my dick came out? For example, never mind, no examples, because I'll get
What the fuck?
Please no nudity.
What the fuck are you talking about? They're banning guns. I should pull my dick out.
I'm fucking dying. Alan, finish the rule. Alan, finish the
Go ahead, Alan.
Rule number 4, don't give anyone a link. Rule number 5, read the rules. And Allie, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, motherfucker. Oh, man.
Don't show your dick, motherfucker.
No, that shit was hilarious. Oh, man. Ganja's fucking... I don't know what's wrong with him, man. So, we're just going to move on to this thing right the fuck away. Because, oh, by the way, too, before we even continue, and yes, I'll leave that up there with the Men in Black spinoff reunites Tess Thompson. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yep. But the big thing we have to bring up is our pals at doubletoasted.com. They, if I can, man, this site sucks. No offense, Corey. You gotta fix it. I just tried to click on the video. There you go. Now it's working. But 51 minutes. So once it starts, we're out of here. So we're going to try to get through our show as quickly as possible so you guys do not have to miss the Pacific Rim Uprising movie review.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming out so soon. That was
I
really
thought it was coming summer. Is it coming out, in a few weeks or something?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just kind of weird because I would think there would have been one final huge trailer about Uprising, but nothing came out, so I don't know what the hell's going on with them. But yeah, so
apparently it comes out 2 days, dude. It comes out this week.
This Friday, yeah.
That's crazy. I actually might watch it.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I know you just watched Terminator 2, so maybe on Saturday, you can do both of those reviews. Welcome back, Ganja.
God damn it!
He's gone again, folks.
I don't know if they saw it, but for anyone either listening to this audio or didn't see it, Ganja came back, still smiling. Nick just says one word to him, and he just starts laughing his ass off again.
That's so funny. All right, so but moving on though, we'll kind of get through this shit pretty quick, folks. And with that said, yes, one of the weird things I didn't even know they're doing a Men in Black spinoff. First of all, and it's just like if you're gonna do that, why not Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith again? Obviously, that's what sold this whole idea in the first place.
Man, this entire production has been a mess. Because originally, because what happened was they're like, yo, man, we're going to make a Men in Black 4. We're going to get Tommy Lee Jones. We're going to get Will Smith back. We're going to do a new story. It's going to be great. We don't hear anything for years. 22 Jump Street. Y'all love that shit? Yeah. We're going to combine them in the same universe. Nothing happens. Okay. Thor just came out. Thor Ragnarok came out. Huge hit. Everyone loved it. You know those two actors? We're probably going to get them a star. Maybe. I don't. This has been a mess.
Boy, do you think, okay, so how, because with you saying that, so this is definitely not even going to be like slightly potential, like it can happen. They're trying to make it happen,
maybe,
but who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Well, then that's like a non-story story in a sense, right? I mean,
it's not even that. It's more of a thing of like this is the closest we've seen to a Men in Black. Like it seems like they're trying to nail down Chris Hemsworth because he's trying to find a new role, and they are trying to get his co-star from Thor Ragnarok because they work together. But it's more of a situation of this is a really really messy ass production, and nobody knows what the fuck they're doing in this story because this is making story. This is making headway. Yeah.
Sony.
Oh god, it's Sony too. So it's like the story in this is Sony is just does not know what the fuck they're doing. They are just trying to grasp onto any sort of straw to keep themselves afloat, and I really think that they're gonna shut down. They're gonna get shut down or bought up soon. Like it's inevitable.
Yeah, I think it's pretty inevitable as well. And Ganja, I know you love your Men in Black. Aw.
I just came back. Please don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, but with this said though, like, doesn't it kind of bother you with Tessa Thompson?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Are you laughing now just with my presence? Was that
laughing?
bad?
You laughing? He didn't get the laugh out. You did.
I know. I had to hold that shit together. But no, with Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth, like, I'm just kind of wondering. This is kind of random. I mean, obviously you would want, like, even down here with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. I don't know why you won't pick that. So, like, what do you feel about this? I know you love Men in Black, so.
Honestly, if they're trying to do like a sequel version of it, I don't mind that they're trying to do the whole, oh, well, look, he's got a female cop buddy now, so it's going to be a different type of way. It's going to be like, when the old white dude hung out with this spunky black kid in the 90s. Isn't it wacky? And I think it's just kind of trying to retread the same stuff and capture the same magic of the original Men in Black series. Especially now that, Will Smith's not going to do them ever again.
Yeah.
So the fact that Tommy Jones come back, it feels like it's trying to justify in a sense like, oh, passing on the torch, like when you had the guys from the original Ghostbusters being the new one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and we all saw how that happened.
Exactly. And that's the thing, yeah, it's just, I don't know, for me it just seems random, and I'm thinking too, like, if you were to get a cast of new people, because for one, I don't think the male-female thing should happen, because obviously it would be some kind of romance angle, and that would completely fuck up the flow of a Men in Black story. I think what's cool about it is because it's a buddy cop movie with aliens, like, that's the cool part.
Pretty much.
But yeah, like, I'm gonna ask you, I know you guys didn't have any time to really prepare for this question, but like, who would you choose to replace Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith in a Men in Black reimagining, if you will?
I like Chris Hemsworth because I think that when you don't see him a lot outside the Thor movies, but like I'm thinking of the movie no, was it Run? It was him and the actor that plays Zemo, and they were racers. I can't remember what the movie was called, but I fucking love the shit out of the movie, and he's great in it. So keep Chris Hemsworth, but if you want to keep it like two male co-stars and just essentially do the buddy cop thing, I don't know. I actually kind of like Chris Pine because I think he can do the kind of, because I think Thor can do the whole kind of goofy buff guy, but Chris Pine's really good at being the serious guy because like you see him in Wonder Woman, you see him in a bunch of other stuff. He's really good at getting a lot of plot out and being kind of the serious Tommy Lee Jones character, like the guy that knows what he's doing. So you kind of need that in order for buddy comedy to work. You need someone that knows what they're doing and someone that's a fuck up, and so that they can balance each other out.
Okay, makes sense. And you, Mr. Ganja Guru, who would you have to replace Tommy Jones and Will Smith?
Tommy Jones and Will Smith, this kind of was like the whole point of that. Oh, like, I'm the old dude and I'm the spunky new black dude. Like, let's see how this bonds together. Yuck. But like, I don't know. Like, when it comes to this, they're trying to do this like seriously. I can't really think of a couple, like not even a couple, but like a group of people that can actually do this without them trying to make it a staple of what they did with the last one, because that was kind of the, you know, they had the whole alien sci-fi tropes and stuff that made it exciting, but at the end of the day, it still was pushing that, you know, buddy cop film stuff. Oh, I'm from the wrong side of the tracks, but you're from a different part too. Let's go together and defeat the big evil guy. Yay!
Yeah, exactly. And I feel the same way. And I don't really know who I would choose. I mean, I would say in this kind of world, I would love Bryan Cranston to somehow be part of it. That'd be fucking awesome.
He could be the dead guy.
Oh, what were you
I
saying?
was gonna say the roach monster.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. What were you saying too, Alan? Because I didn't even hear what you said.
Because they always have, because the, you know, Agent K, Tommy Lee Jones, Captain Will Smith, they're not the head of it. They're basically like employees there. But then there's also a guy running it. Bryan Cranston could totally be the guy like running it. I think they call him Zed. I think that's his agent name. And yeah, that'd be perfect for Bryan Cranston, him just running, because he seems like the kind of guy to run stuff. I'm just worried, don't get Kevin Hart and The Rock in this, man. That's what's gonna
that'd
be
be
next.
great too.
That's an action buddy comedy waiting to happen, brother. I can see now AMC gonna be selling tickets. It's gonna be outsold to Black Panther. It's gonna be great.
Yep, Central Intelligence with aliens.
Too.
Central Invasion. Moving on really quick. Now we're gonna get to the part where people get angry again because wait, Ganja, what's that sound? Do you hear that around the block?
Oh, fuck you, man. With this trailer.
Clear, it's Alan.
Oh my god, it's the Fun Police. Holy shit, it's Alan, the Fun Police.
Oh, right. Do you want to cut back to when the trailer for this movie came out and you were talking more shit about it than anybody?
No, because that wasn't happening because you were talking more shit. And I actually don't mind about Deadpool. Deadpool's
Shit.
actually okay. Deadpool's okay. I don't think his jokes are
you,
great.
man.
But his
Man,
character's okay.
you literally sent us the first screening that got debunked to our main page, laughing your ass.
Man. God forbid I could be happy for once. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. Fuck Deadpool. I hope this movie burns. Yes, it deserves to die.
Okay, because here's the thing. People are saying that because, I mean, you're saying like, oh yeah, this thing deserves to fucking go down the shitter. Well, it's not going to be going down the shitter. Apparently,
probably not.
This Deadpool 2, apparently with, I don't know if there's like reshoots or rewrites or whatever the case may be. Maybe people are just in a better mood this time around.
Sure.
But yeah, fortunately enough for Deadpool, I guess it outscored original with near perfect reviews from the following test screenings. And I mean, like, I'm looking over here. Let me stop this fucking trailer from playing. And I was trying to see, oh yeah, like high scores of 91 and 97. So, yeah, I don't know. I never really looked at that type of stuff before. I never really looked at test screenings and shit. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm just enjoying myself because I'm right and Alan's wrong.
And
Yeah, and when this movie comes out and people test screen is 91 and 97. They test screen 2 people.
Yeah,
My nipples broke.
Yeah,
no, the thing is like while I'm looking over here in the chat too, like he's saying, BBM saying Nick hated the last trailer, and Kirk Lazarus, hey dude, welcome to the chat. Oh, glad that you're over there too. I know you're kind of late. We're late too. It's all good. Actually, we're early. I forgot about that. We're actually early, so we're still not. We're still not on time though. We got to start when we're supposed to start, but we're done actually. But
we'll get there one.
maybe one day. But I mean, yeah, with Deadpool, I remember, and I guess what people are trying to call me out on, including you, Mr. Fucking Fun Police himself, is I didn't think it was funny, that last trailer. I think it was kind of silly that the only thing you saw from the movie was 10 seconds, meanwhile 3 minutes of a fucking Bob Ross impersonation. That was dumb as shit. Like, I don't like get that. Either. Yeah. Well, then see, what the fuck are they talking shit to us? Like, you felt the same way.
No, I didn't like that trailer. This previous trailer was good. I enjoyed this previous trailer.
Okay. Well, with the cable. You mean?
Yeah, but that was fine, except for the fact that it has to do with typical Deadpool stuff of just this non sequitur, like it's Family Guy for 30 fucking seconds, while we just do the rest of the trailer. Like,
point though.
I know, but it's fucking overplayed.
It's like, yo, man, why do the aliens come 30 minutes into the movie? It's called Aliens. Of course, they're gonna come at some point.
Wait, that's that. Okay, yes, but it's still played out though, and Aliens is played out as we saw with Covenant.
Man, why does Captain America got a fucking star on his shield? He's Captain America, Alan.
Yes, but the thing is, with Captain America, he's always doing cool shit in there. Deadpool's just doing the same old shtick. We saw, like, the Bob Ross thing is the same thing as the fucking him playing with Mexican toys.
No, and the biggest thing, too, I gotta tell you about this, Ganja, is the difference between someone complaining about the Captain America shield and everything is that they go out of their way to kind of show, okay, the shield's made of vibranium. The shield works like this. Here's the rules of the shield. Here's this of the shield. Shield, shield, bunch of explanation. Yeah. With Deadpool, there's a part where it's some bad dialogue, and the reason why we have bad dialogue is Deadpool goes, man, that was such lazy writing. And I'm like, you're saying that in the trailer That doesn't excuse the fact that it's lazy writing. Just because you call it out in the trailer and it's like, ha ha, funny that you guys don't give a fuck.
It's not even that. It's the point of, like you say, there's no reason to it. But there's a bunch of background when it comes to the character of Deadpool, of why he's this character. One, he was tortured and he got his powers through like very horrendous means where he kind of broke his psyche. So he feels like there's two different parts of him whenever he's talking, that he feels like there's an observer. That's why he's able to break the fourth wall, and that's the whole gimmick to it. Like, that's why I'm kind of glad Cable's coming now, because it's not going to be just Deadpool. And the whole reason of people that like the Deadpool and Cable connection is it's basically me and you, Nick. Cable is such a straight edge dude that he calls him out for the crazy shit and the weird stuff he does, that it bounces off the fact that he's making the movie less serious by doing all the fourth wall jokes.
But the thing is once you break the fourth wall and break the illusion of the movie, because at the end of the day, a movie is trying to set up an illusion so that you're like, for a moment, 2 hours out of your life, you pretend like you're in the Marvel universe or the X-Men universe, or whatever universe is set in. Deadpool. The reason I hate Deadpool is because he takes me out harder than anything ever takes me out, because he's sitting there having a conversation with me. Go on with your fucking movie. How are you going to have someone straight edge like Cable, or it's going to be the same joke over and over again? Well, you're so straight edge. You're so serious. Why don't you crack a joke? Ha, ha, ha. I'm funny because I'm calling out all your fucking character tropes. That's what the whole movie's going to be.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, you say that, it's like really like same shit, but like, motherfucker, you defended Bruce Almighty, and that is really like the basic when it comes to jokes. Yeah. And they literally do baby sounds, and I don't get why you have such a problem with this, that it actually comes from an intelligent plot of like, hey, we're going to poke fun at our stuff because this is what the character is, and it justifies this action within the film itself and within the character's motivation. And I don't see it as taking me out of the film. I feel it's introducing me to the film like, hey, I know you're watching this. Hey, check this crazy shit out. Yeah, and he has more power over the what's happening to him, rather than all these characters following the same comic book beats, where he can point out, hey, he's gonna do the superhero watch this.
Yeah, but then he immediately does it. That's my thing of like they're pointing out
the movie.
But the thing is that they're pointing it out just to point it out. This is the Adam Sandler fucking thing that people yell at. His entire thing is just to point shit out, and that's it though.
Well,
it doesn't do anything interesting with it.
Adam Sandler just doesn't point things out. He actually just, hey, was this funny? All right, let's move on. And he'll do one-liner jokes, where Deadpool actually has a lot of jokes that come back to it, to the point that the whole second trailer was them doing reference to characters that we thought they were going to be throwaway gags, but no, they're actually part of the whole cast.
But like, that's the whole thing is throwaway gags. Like,
they're not throwaway gags because the whole cabbie guy comes back twice within the movie, and now he's coming back within the sequel. So they are constantly making reference to these characters that are just extreme in his universe that make no sense, because he knows that this universe is extreme. Rather than where Nick has a problem, where a lot of these superheroes take a lot of this extreme bullshit too seriously.
And one thing I want to say really quick too is, I mean, and people talk about like trailers and how we hate trailers a lot, and I think me and Alan agree with that last Avengers trailer, right? Before you even go to this point.
Yeah. No, the one that just we talked about last week was really good.
Now the point I'm going to make here is, let me just show you a couple of stills or not stills, just like some trailer footage. This over here is Ant-Man and the Wasp. And there's so many ridiculous things. I mean, this is ultimate comedy. I mean, it's cool that they're doing like this CGI effect of like, oh, isn't it badass that they're small? But there's jokes throughout the entire thing, even serious shit. I mean, there's a part where he's being chased and throws a Hello Kitty thing that turns into a big fucking monster thing.
Yeah.
And he turns into a giant movie monster. A bunch of parody and jokes. And, that's annoying in a sense for Ant-Man and Wasp. That's why I didn't like that. And then Spider-Man Homecoming, you guys in the chat were saying like, hey, well, Nick, you complain at this show too much, and you complain about the comedy, and you complain at this show too much. Granted, I was wrong about this, so I've already admitted that. But the reason why I didn't like this trailer for showing too much is because there was not a question that I had for the movie. Because taken away from me actually liking the film, there was no question I had. I wasn't like, man, I wonder if Spider-Man. No, they told me. I wonder if Iron Man. Oh, nope, they told me. I wonder if Peter. Oh, they told me. And then when you get to something like, say, what I just mentioned right now, the fucking Avengers. Infinity War. I don't know what's happening, really. I mean, I know enough. I've seen a lot of action. I see comedy. But I still have a ton of questions. I have a shitload of questions. How did they meet up? Where's Iron Man in when there's parts with the Hulkbuster fighting? Why is Thanos going to go over there? Who is Thanos? What's going to, it's...
Exactly.
I have so many questions because they did it right. They finally fucking did it right. Even Black Panther showed me all the fucking cool scenes of Black Panther, because when you watch the movie, Black Panther is pretty fucking boring. I was let down heavily from the character Black Panther and was so very surprised with the rest of the cast. But T'Challa was the worst part of that fucking movie. So, you know what I mean? But it's just when it comes down to trailers, though, it's like there is a sweet spot, and we just found out with Avengers. Now with Deadpool, it's not like the other ones, and it doesn't show me anything, but there's a middle ground. You can't show a Bob Ross impersonation or a fucking like, hey, look at the green screen on his arm. That's a simple joke. And I agree with you, Ganja, on everything you're saying about like, listen, man, sometimes you have to do things in a certain way. Don't have a typical trailer, and it is a joke. That's what this is. But you could do both. You could do the joke and then give us 20 seconds as opposed to 10 seconds. And I think that's something that even you, Ganja, could probably agree that maybe they can do that, right? Or
yeah, I agree with that. But the problem is, I think you're open for the trailers to do that, where the trailers were just trying to give impression to the whole character's zaniness. Where in the movie, he's a lot more grounded within the Deadpool movies themselves, rather than just a complete broken character that feels like you're being pulled out of the movie.
Okay.
That's the thing. I always feel like I'm being pulled out of the movie. Like when I was watching the first one, when Deadpool, when it was not being a Deadpool movie and it was being a superhero movie, I was enjoying the hell out of it. But then every now and then when he does his fourth wall breaking thing, that's the shit why I never read their comics, says you immediately not only take me out of it, but I no longer feel any sort of sense of dread or anything, because it's like, what's the fucking point? You're treating this whole entire thing like a waste of my fucking time. Like the whole joke of, oh, our budget is low. Why are you telling me this? That's not a joke.
That's the thing. Like that's a joke because they know they would do cooler stuff within the movie if they could. That's the whole reference. Like, hey, why didn't we have so and so show up? Man, my budget.
Yeah,
like that's the point. That's pointing out to the fact that the movie actually went through something.
Yeah, but pointing out you suck.
It's not that you suck. It's that the studio only gave us so much money. Like this is why we can do.
I don't see how that's funny. I don't.
That's hilarious because that's something we accuse are doing a lot when it comes to superhero movies. Oh, why didn't Arrow-Man show up? Why doesn't Spider-Man show up? Well, because we don't got the budget for it. Shit.
For help on Ganja's point too,
Sorry, go on.
Okay, well, like just because for one, I'm just gonna put this out there. There's no way Alan's gonna be. Ganja's not gonna win Alan over. So I'm gonna see.
I'm trying, goddammit.
I'm gonna see if Ganja can win me over, because with me, and maybe I can win Ganja over. We'll see. Because I know that me and you, Ganja, can switch our sides a little bit sometimes. And I'm gonna ask you this question really quick. To Alan's point, because that point I actually agree with Ganja a little bit more so on. Sorry, Alan, but I see what you're complaining about, because I had the same type of issue, like when he's gonna show his face to that girl. The whole and by the way, people, it's been like fucking 3 years or 4 years now.
Yeah, spoiler for a movie that came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
But yeah, he finally shows his face, and I was like kind of nervous, like, God, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna say? Is he gonna have like a really emotional moment? And then right when she unmasks him, it's a picture of Robert Downey Jr. with Iron Man, and I was like, man, I haven't felt anything for 2 hours. You finally got me to almost feel something, and you had to fuck it up with a joke that was not that good. That joke sucked ass. And you just ripped me out of the fucking movie. Like, was that something that kind of bothered you a little bit, Ganja? Or did you see me and Alan's point in essence? Or?
Not at all. Like that, I enjoyed it because it makes a play within the universe that Robbie Downey Jr. is a big character within Marvel and the cinematic universe, that it's making a reference to a superhero as well as his career as a guy, as a top dude within the industry. And I felt like that really bonded well between their relationship, because their relationship from the beginning of the movie is constantly joking back and forth, sarcasm and criticism of each other, that if he would have done like straight lovey-dovey, that would have been more out of their character than them just fucking around for the first half and her just giving him the business when they're, they do the whole lovey-dovey stuff. That kept true to the characters and kept consistent with what they set up in the beginning, rather than just dropping that so they can have this pretty much this generic, oh my God, I love you.
Yeah, and by the way, was I wrong on that? Was it not Robert Downey Jr.?
I think it was.
It was a mask of somebody.
It was Hugh Jackman. Was it
Hugh Jackman? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay, my bad. Thank you, BBM. Baby.
Wow,
I just call him BBM.
My point still applies with Hugh Jackman, because he's still the biggest face within the Marvel. I think it's what they call it, the Sony Marvel universe.
Yeah, no, I believe so. And yeah, that's the thing. My bad. They look the same though, especially in a wrinkled ass piece of paper. I literally, when I saw that, I was like, oh Jesus, and I like put my hand over my face, pissed off.
So to be fair, if you got a picture of Hugh Jackman, a crumpled up photo of Hugh Jackman, and a crumpled up photo of Robert Downey Jr., similar.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, for the last word, because I did kind of say like, hey man, we're not going to win him over, and Ganja is not going to be won over either. So with that said, Alan, last word. Why do you personally feel like this got such good traction with the second viewing?
It's one of those things where I just think it's more of this. It's more of the same kind of thing that people liked about it, or they probably just went more into the zaniness. Because one of the things people liked about it is one of the things I guess I hate about it is it took people out of the movie so much and kept referencing the fact that it's a movie. It's basically doing the scary movie kind of trope thing, and people love that shit because they haven't seen it forever. And I think what it is that movie is doing way more of it. Because the thing is, the first Deadpool had a bit of it, for the most part, was a traditional superhero movie, except for the Deadpool moments. I think this one is going to have way more Deadpool moments and way less of an actual plot. So I think people are just more into it, how funny it was. So they're like, oh man, this is so much funnier than the first one. Of course I like it more.
Okay.
Right.
That makes sense to me. But yeah, we'll be moving on from that particular topic, and we're going into Netflix trailers. And here's the thing, man, we don't really talk too much about trailers, right? Unless it's like something really big, like Bright or something. We don't really touch on Netflix trailers. But yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm liking the new Shape of Water.
Man, don't even get man. I'm mad because I found that fucking story. I wish I didn't. I wish I just forgot that happened because we don't have to talk about it. Man, fuck that bullshit Titan trailer.
Yeah,
that is one of the
Titan, folks, and this is well, go ahead, Alan.
Okay, this fucking man, I was so into the first half of this fucking movie, man. The first half of this movie was fucking incredible because it's like, yo, the planet is dying, man. Nuclear radiation. You know, Trump and Kim Jong-un, they finally blew up half the fucking world. We got to get off this planet. Yo, man, we're going to Saturn. We're gonna go to Titan, man. I'm like, yeah. And then science, everything. And then the second half is like, yo, man, we're gonna basically fast track evolution so that people can survive space travel. Oh man, that's so cool. We're gonna talk about biology. And then it just goes to, I'm changing into something else. I'm like, oh fuck me. Then it just becomes a typical horror movie. It's just a horror movie.
No, you know what it turned into? Because they picked the worst person for this. It turned into Avatar and Terminator Salvation put together. Like,
this is the prequel to fucking Avatar, man.
Yeah, and it's the same Sam Worthington. It's Sam Worthlesston, actually. Like, I hate that motherfucker, man. I cannot stand this.
Hey, man, this is a logical explanation why he finished Terminator so quickly, because he defeated all the robots. Now they're trying to get to space to start out the human race again.
I guess so. I mean, here's the thing. The concept is cool. And by the way, I was talking about this the other day when we were giving our thoughts and prayers, or whatever. I don't know what the fuck we were giving. We were giving our ass kissery to Stephen Hawking, him being gone. Because this is literally what he warned us about. This movie is basically Stephen Hawking's last, like, 3 interviews that he's had, you know? And that's why I'm like, okay, I know what you motherfuckers are doing. Like, granted, I know they didn't make this movie right after he died, but can guarantee you that this was probably meant to come out way later, and they're like, fuck it. Do it now, before anybody else does it. Especially with The Shape of Water winning an Oscar this year. Like, this is a movie that has basically been birthed out of everything trending right now. The fucking Shape of Water, the fucking thing of technology, Trump, science, you know, going over all these new, like, milestones and everything.
Hey, frogs.
Wait, what?
I made an Alex Jones reference.
Okay. That's great. Yeah. Ruth is gonna love that. You fucking nerds. But yeah, like, it seems, I hate when movies do that, and sometimes it's not the movie's fault, but sometimes when I'm getting filled with all this shit on social media of like, hey, Trump's a bad guy and we're all gonna die, and Stephen Hawking said that we're going to start colonizing on another fucking planet and blah 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 and all this cool shit. It's like, I get so much of that by the time something like this comes up, I'm like, dude, enough. Like, I'm sick of it before we even fucking start. Like, it's really, really annoying. But go ahead, though. Like,
I'm sorry that I'm laughing so hard.
Chat?
No, not Jet. Fuck Jet. You talking about, yeah, man, we're gonna go to the stars, we're gonna colonize other planets, and all that other shit.
Yeah, well, it's just so much shit. It's like ridiculous. You know, I mean, and I feel like an idiot, but you know.
No, it's just the way you said that. I was like, yo, I get it's okay, but it's still the other shit, bro.
Of course, no, but like, I mean, like, I guess I already asked Gallon, but like, to a certain extent too, with you, Gallon, like, I mean, do you see where I'm coming from? Like, do you see how this is kind of fucking annoying?
It's annoying because it seems like we get these sci-fi movies that come off after big releases, or someone like memorable happens within the sci-fi community. Like, for example, The Martian happened after all the news that, oh, NASA might be going to Mars in 2020, and they started doing that whole hype with the whole I think I forgot, what was it, SpaceX, Alan?
Probably, yeah, because SpaceX is trying to go to space forever.
Yeah, so SpaceX is another company that's trying to do it, and all that hype kind of built up for these movies to get a real big pull. Like, they always have these sci-fi scripts. I just feel like they released this because it has almost the same premise as The Shape of Water, with the idea of the guy becoming a fish person, from what it seems like in this film, and becoming a next evolutionary trait, which I don't get how the fuck that happens from just basic training. Alan will probably explain later with his science. But for me, as someone who's just like basic when it comes to knowledge of science, I just took it as like, okay, so we're just doing that whole, oh my God, we're trying to become something else and the madness happened.
Yeah. That's what it is. You don't need a scientist to explain to you how the second half of this fucking trailer is a pile of shit. It's just one of those things of, it's basically the fucking incredible, the Ed Norton Incredible Hulk movie, where it's like, yo man, we had the super soldier serum. It's going to make you 10 times of a man. Oh wait, it starts turning him into a monster and some shit. It's like the first half of this trailer and the second half of this trailer are two different movies. Because the first half, like, reminded me a lot of The Martian, and I fucking love the shit of The Martian. Because The Martian was an interesting and entertaining movie, but it was also so scientifically accurate that I was like, wow, this is nailing everything. I thought I was gonna get another one of those. I was so excited. But then second just turns into a generic monster movie where it's like, yo man, we tried to fuck with science, but we didn't understand what the fuck we were doing, and let's just throw in words like evolution in there so that people can think we're smart. This is gonna be some garbage, man.
Yeah, no, and I feel the same way. Because here's the thing, man. I love the idea of it, and I even read the description and things like that too, and going to IMDb and stuff. I was like, okay, you know what, dude, I might actually love this. But God, Sam Worthington is so bad as an actor. The actress is crying her fucking. She's pulling a Daniel Kaluuya and she's crying real good, realistic, authentic tears. And it's like, yay.
She crying real good, boss man.
Yeah, exactly. That's fucking weird. Yeah.
The way you sounded made it fucked up, so I just went with it.
Thank you. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, dude. It just fucking feels weird to me. But yeah, well, Dejan's saying, what the fuck? Oh, where the fuck was the notification? Yeah, see, there was an issue going on with that, folks. Sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck's happening with
Facebook fucking up, y'all. That's why you gotta check the DT chat, man.
Yeah, of course. Check the
Plug.
Yeah, plug. But yeah, dude, I don't know what to think about this fucking thing. I just know that's gonna be bad. But you, Alan, I'm gonna let you have the last words on this before we move on. But yeah, man, go ahead. Why? Tell me more as to. I mean, are you gonna watch this when it comes out, man?
Honestly, if it depends on how long it is. If it's a 2-hour-plus movie, no. If it's under 2 hours, I might watch it. But honestly, I think that I can't think of a single Netflix original movie that I like. I think Netflix is great with their television shows. I think they're god-awful with their fucking movies.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I guess I kind of feel the same way you feel with the Netflix original movies too, because of Cloverfield, what was it? Paradox, yeah. God damn, I hate that fucking movie. I was gonna say Cloverfield polygamy. I was like, polygamy. I don't know. I just know it started with a P.
Shape of Water 2. More fishes in a bucket.
Crabs in a bucket.
Shut up.
You're fucking stupid.
I gotta laugh.
Hey, that girl's gonna get crabs in a bucket. Oh, what? Someone's been messing around.
Now I gotta go listen to Chaos.
She's getting that slam of salmon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh!
You're stupid as fuck.
I'm proud as fuck.
You should be proud, actually. That was pretty funny.
No! Don't encourage him.
BBM saying he's skipping a movie, which makes sense. I actually do not blame him for skipping that movie. But I mean, we're probably gonna watch it for the show and everything too. If you were to give this star rating wise, what do you think you're gonna give this movie, like out of 5?
I think that it's gonna be average. I think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as Shape of Water or Alien Covenant, but I think it's gonna be like it could have been better. I think it's gonna be average.
I'm hoping that this ends up being just like that one movie. I think it's called Life.
Oh, the other Alien Covenant movie, yeah.
Well, yeah, basically Alien Covenant before Covenant, and that movie was fucking. I did not think that was gonna be good at all, and it turned out pretty well.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what happens. And I still haven't watched Arrival yet, so we gotta watch that at some point as well. But
pretty good.
Moving on, it's actually time for something that we haven't done. And well, I mean, we've done our own questions based on the topics and whatnot. Oh wait, shit! Before we get to there, I forgot there's another movie, Ganja.
What?
I almost skipped over the whole fucking
thing. Yeah, I was
thing.
surprised. I was like, yo, you were talking of this movie like it was your favorite movie of the year, man.
Yeah, actually, god damn it. Game over, man.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. Yo, okay, so here's the thing. I got nothing to say about this. It just looks great. Because, look, listen, man, you've watched Workaholics, right, Ganja?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about these 3 dudes getting their own fucking movie now?
I love it because the fact that these guys are actually a pretty good, decent comedy duo, and the fact that they actually retired Workaholics at a decent pace, it didn't overstay its welcome. So I think they took more time to actually write this movie out and actually give it a chance. And I haven't seen these guys actually do something in a while, so I'm interested to see what they could do with actually a budget for, a cinematic movie. The one thing that's got me feeling iffy is it feels like a Die Hard parody.
It feels like a Die Hard parody, and obviously with the whole Game Over, man, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some like super
Video
big
game
quotes.
Reference.
Yeah, tons of like that.
Yeah, like quoting a bunch of fucking movies where it's gonna be like one of those like it's our nod to Hollywood.
Yo, dude, don't take your shoes off. There's glass everywhere,
man. Or like, and they love like rap music from the mid 2000s. So I'm pretty sure at some point, Soulja Boy that. Oh,
I hope not, but I know Ganja loved the shit out of that Shaggy joke. That they
I fucking did.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I felt like it stopped the entire trailer just to do that joke, but it was still kind of funny.
Well, they stopped the show to do jokes like that all the time. Go ahead.
Oh, do they? Okay, so this is just part.
My favorite part though in this trailer was one that reminded of us all hanging out in a room together, where they started shooting at each other instead of like directly in front of each other. They're like, "Yo, man, you just shoot directly towards me? Nah, man, I shot beside you. Fuck you, dude. Bah! Did you shoot beside me, dog? Man, fuck you. And the dude comes and stop shooting each other. Bah, bah! And just turns itself to shoot around each other, trying to scare each other.
Yeah, that shit was
What
hilarious.
happened when I was asleep at the Airbnb? I don't remember y'all open fire at each other.
Oh, yeah, you were pretty fucked up, bro.
Apparently, y'all had a firefight. And didn't
I'm not taking my shirt off, Nick. I'm going to take it off slowly, though.
Well, why don't you go check the refrigerator for nothing? God damn it.
Hey, we've all been there.
I swear to God, dude, the Ganja Express is fucking odd, and we do the TT events. But, yeah, man, I mean, like I said, not a lot to say about the movie other than the fact that, like, yeah, I'm so fucking watching this. And if you guys ever want to do a fucking rabbit or something watching, like, Workaholics, I know that they're off-season completely now, like, that they already did their last episode. Oh, yeah, it's over for sure now. And hopefully they come back at some point, maybe, like, a one-do episode, whatever the fuck. But, like, I've been wanting to watch like movies, or not movies, but TV series that are comedies from the 2000s, and it's like, if we do like a viewing party over this shit, I'm choosing Workaholics, and we gotta figure out some way to have these three motherfuckers like do a Workaholics thing. Like, I'm serious. Like, viewing party, Alan, you better get on that shit.
My rule is always. What's up?
No, I just came up with the idea, Alan. We could do a Comedy Central night. We do Dave Chappelle. We do Mad TV. We do, we do King of Pill show. And then we all finish it off with a great comedic genius known as Carlos Mencia.
Why was not Workaholics on there? And Carlos Mencia is terrible.
Oh, I forgot about Workaholics because Carlos Mencia.
Motherfucker. Are you talking about Men for Mencia or Men of Mencia?
No, it's Mind of Mencia.
Mind of Mencia.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm so tired. Mind of Mencia is one of the worst shows. Yeah, stealing George Lopez's fucking jokes and Iri Shafir's jokes and fucking Joe Rogan's jokes and everybody's fucking jokes.
You think a Jew came up with that joke?
God, I fucking hate Carlos Mencia. God damn, I hate that fucking guy.
Well, hey, my rule for anybody, and when it comes to viewing parties, if you can give me 3 movies within a category, I will add it to the list.
You son of a bitch. Well, we'll figure out some way. And by the way, I tried to tell him on Amino that we're going to do fucking Satire Night. So if you guys want to vote on that shit, you better go over there and tell Alan we do Satire Night sometime soon, goddammit. Sometime soon.
We got to go through the Road to Infinity War. Like, we got to get through that shit first. Then we got to go Jurassic Park, and then we have to do a Dark Knight viewing party, because by that point, well, it'll be the monthly anniversary. So it's like, we'll get there eventually.
Oh, god damn it, son of a bitch. Anyway.
We got plans on plans on plans.
Plans on plans on plans. But here's the thing is, Carlos Mencia, I'm out. Kirk Lazarus. And Ruth is saying, fuck Mencia. Looney Tune, Max, I forgot his fucking actual name. No, Insomniac with Dave Attell. I didn't know Dave Attell did a show. That's actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I would always randomly catch it when, ironically, when I had insomnia, I couldn't sleep. It's a weird show. It's just him kind of just going around doing shit at, like, weird hours of the morning. So it's an interesting show.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool concept, actually. And fuck Tosh Boyno. Thank you, Max, my boy.
I think he tries too hard to be relevant. I think that show, like, the actual comedian is not bad, but I think that show is trying too hard to be mainstream.
Yeah. Well, we pretty much do his show when we have you guys in after hours. Like, hey, let's put on this compilation video of people getting fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much we do that, but we're trying to have fun though. We're not trying to be funny, and that dude tries too hard to be fucking funny. Don't you laugh? I try hard to be funny because you force me to. Goddamn.
You try?
You son of a bitch. Oh. And moving on, we are going to community questions now. We haven't done a long, big version of Shut Up, Ganja.
I don't think me and Ganja are gonna say a thing until you just told us to shut up.
Son of a bitch. So, anyways, I hate my words. But yeah, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be talking about community questions that we actually asked you guys to give us on Amino. Now, I know you guys had a lot of questions there, and I appreciate that, but we can only take as much as we can before we start, double toasted. So, what I'm gonna be doing is take as much as we can. Okay.
Jesus Christ, man! I'm gonna write you a script for the fucking next one.
Yeah, thank you. Shut up! You are immature as fuck.
I know I am, but just make sure to open your hole to the thought process of the MCA.
Because Nick's been taking it and taking all your questions.
Taking all of it. Like, I can't even fit so much, and then I'm gonna be double toasted. So he's
just filled up with your questions right now.
It's gonna be like an extravaganza. Make sure to watch Uprising. Anyways, it's so fucking stupid. So moving on. Community questions. You guys sent us your questions on Amino. Keep doing that shit, and I'll see you again on Saturday. I'll post another thing, and we can do it that way. So, fucking Ganja, you've been fucking me up a lot. You better not be laughing through this shit.
I'm gonna cry through this.
I'm really trying not to laugh. You fuck. Moving on for the first one. This is from Adrian Blinn. And by the way, too, if you guys don't want us to put your names on here, just let me know. But her question, yeah, I know, I fucked up that first one. But basically, she says, "What are your thoughts on parents who get their baby's ears pierced? Should it be allowed, or wait until the child is older and can make the decision themselves?" Now, I didn't know this was a thing.
I don't think I've ever. I think I've seen it once or twice. I've not seen it on babies, but I've seen it on children. My nieces and nieces, I guess my nephew doesn't have it. But my nieces, they'll have basically kind of like little ear piercings, and they're like they're under 10, all of them.
Yeah, but that's not cool. I mean, like, and here's the thing: we are the fun police, so let's ask Mr. Fucking Woohoo Party Time, man. You, Ganja, what do you feel about that?
Freebird!
Stupid motherfucker. That was the first time.
No. When it comes to ear piercings like that, I feel it the same way when it comes to circumcision. I feel like that should be left out to a kid that's in his preteens or near adulthood. Like, honestly, like, it is child abuse because the kid doesn't know this is stylish. He just knows he's getting his shit pierced out of his ears and crying over it. Yeah, it's mostly for the parent to be like, "Oh, look, my baby got nice earrings."
A lot of it is also cultural, like, because that's what I'm saying. My people do it a lot, and it's like I've honestly never seen it for an infant, because it's weird that they're showing babies like that, because I think that's fucking terrible. But I've only seen it like 6, 7, or 8. But even then, I think it's a bit too young. Like
6 or 7, that's when they start to do body modification like that. I'm not saying tattoos because that's too much of a commitment. But like little piercings and whatnot, that's not fine because they'll heal up if they want to get rid of it in adulthood.
True, but it's still a lot of pain. What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, BBM said that his ears were pierced when he was a baby, and here's a picture of him right here. He's like, "Motherfucker, why you do this?" Like, ow. But yeah, and then Jed over here is saying that black families do this often. I just didn't know. I literally don't think I've ever seen a baby with their ears pierced, and that's just kind of fucking weird to me. And weird in the sense of like that has to be painful. You know what I mean?
It is, but they're so young that they don't really know what it is. Because like when you're born, like the second you're born, you're already crying. But just because that's the first time your body's experienced any sensation. So it's like when you're like, if you do it like infant, within a year, they'll cry, but they'll cry over anything. So it's like they don't really notice it. So it's probably why you see that a lot. But I agree with Ganja. It's just that you're basically mutilating your body, putting any sort of piercing in your face, in your nose, anywhere else. And I just think that's someone. I think the person should make that decision as opposed to somebody above them.
Exactly. Yeah. She says, "Yeah, it hurts more later," which is fucking wow. Like life sucks.
Usually on women. I rarely ever see piercings on men.
Corey Coleman?
Yeah, I see a lot of piercings.
No, sorry. What I mean, like younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because usually when they're adults, they're like, "Yo, man, I want to get my dick pierced." But when they're kids, they're like, "Nah, that's honestly usually more of a female thing."
No, right there. Well,
walks into the piercing guy, goes, "Yo, man, I ain't getting arrested. You get the fuck out."
There's not a waiver strong enough for me to do that, sir.
Maybe in Texas.
Moving on though, but yeah, thank you very much, Adrian. That's actually a pretty good question. And
thank you, Adrian, baby.
Oh yes, you're awesome. Mm-hmm. Moving on here, Ruthless. He says, "Do you think cucumbers taste better pickled?"
First of all,
what?
First of all, sir, I do not like pickles. Second of all, I do not like cucumbers. And third of all, this sounds very erotic.
That does seem very erotic.
I love you, Ruthless, but I don't understand that question. Pickles are different. You pickle a cucumber, it becomes something else. A cucumber, it has the similar properties, but as a result of all the salt that you have to use in order to pickle it, it does become a completely different entity with a completely different taste.
Is this motherfucker talking about the transformation of a cucumber to a pickle?
Well, the question is, do you think that tastes better? But it's basically asking, do you prefer pickles or cucumbers? Like, the transformation shouldn't affect it, man.
I'm just saying, I don't like.
Why are you breaking this down and just to make a joke?
The question blows me away. Just ask the question: do you like cucumbers or pickles?
No, I wish you would yes. What is the apple joke? You would have broke that shit down like science.
It's a fruit. End of discussion.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
That's the end of discussion, but you broke down the science of a goddamn pickle?
Because he just asked if a cucumber tastes better pickled. That makes no sense.
We're moving on. Here's the next one. That was a silly one from Ruthless, but we're going to go to an actually pretty deep one. And here we are. What's a loss you took that you feel defined some growth in your character or made you correct a flaw that you had? So, yeah, we're about to get to
a loss?
A loss. And I'll leave it up, actually. I'll leave it up so you can actually, like, look at it, read it, consume it, let it marinate a little bit.
I think I have one. It's not really like a loss per se, because like usually people think of loss, I think of a passive with a loved one. I just more of just an embarrassing situation. Like when I was younger, I was on the in high school. I was on the debating team. Go ahead, make your jokes. And we went to this tournament, and our team won. We were all celebrating, we were all having a good time, and we went to grab something to eat. But this is back when I really was terrible with money, much worse than I was now. And all our friends were ordering food and having a great time, and I couldn't afford a single thing. So I was kind of just sitting there chilling with my friends. I'm like, man, I feel like left out because I can't afford to fucking buy anything here, so I'm that broke. And I kind of just thought in my head, I'm like, man, I never want to feel this way again. So immediately after that, I started like, no, I'm never going to be that broke again. I'm not going to spend my money willy-nilly. I'm actually going to plan ahead. And it just corrected me, just being better and better at dealing with money and just not spending everything I have in savings, all that jazz.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, and that's something I think we've all gone through too. So yeah, you, Mr. Ganja Guru.
Can you put the question again? Because I kind of misunderstood it a little bit when I read the last part.
And I'll read it again to you too. It's
please.
A loss that you took that you feel defined some kind of growth in your character, or made you correct a flaw that you once previously had?
So I don't really have losses in the terms like that. I hate to say, like, I've had victories where I look back on, I was like, man, to do that shit, I was a fucking dick. But like losses, like things that I've lost, or some things that I feel like my character was flawed in a certain way, I guess I'll have to say losing my best friend to an argument between us that kind of really made me put off as around people for a good while, and made me kind of like of a shut-in for a certain degree for a little bit. I think that really had an effect on me, but that had to teach me, about forgiveness, growth, and all that shit.
Yeah, and like for me personally, just to kind of, I made you guys answer this. For me, it was my pride is something that I lost once, and it was kind of like, okay, so once upon a time, believe it or not,
I knew they fucked you in county.
Yeah, no. He's actually talking about the start of the episode when he lost the parody debate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nick, no! God damn it.
No. I remember one while back in I think 2013, I had this really big breakup with a girl I was dating for 2 years, and I think the reason why it happened mainly is because she was telling me to go move in with her and all this crazy shit, and she gave me an ultimatum, and me being good old Nick Diaz, the asshole that I am, that Ganja and Alan are probably sick of sometimes, I was like, big old floppy, just gross, sweaty and everything. No, oh, gross. No, but basically I told her fuck you. And the thing is like sometimes you gotta put that shit aside. Sometimes you can't just tell people fuck you, just because you don't take certain things well. Granted, it's one of those things where sometimes with work or friendships or whatever, someone gives you an ultimatum. It's like, okay, there's a reason why the ultimatum's there. But to fight back all the time just for my own pride, sometimes there is moments where you gotta take your fucking pride away, and that's something I've learned even just doing this show. Sometimes it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to take an L and just say, listen, you guys are right. I'm a fucking idiot, and sometimes someone gives you an ultimatum, just take the ultimatum. Maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. Just one of those things.
Oh man, that reminds me of one. It was as a result of joining the MCA. Is it doesn't matter what you have to say; it matters how you say it. And I learned that really hard when the first time I ever was on the show was during the Civil War movie came out.
Your first episode, and
that was first episode. And the first words I say is, you could edit out Black Panther and the Civil War movie, and it'd be the same movie. And they tore me apart. Yeah. 10 people fucking yelling at me, and I almost like considered never coming back after that.
Aww.
I was like, I never want to deal with this shit again. But I'm just like, yo, man, like I went back and watched it a million times. I'm like, yo, like I'm still right, but it's how I said it. And ever since then, it's like, yo, I got to pick how I say what I have to say. I still think I'm right though, but now I know how to say it properly.
Don't hate me, but I'm right, bitch.
Yeah, because the thing is, I agree with you too, but it's like you just gotta be careful, especially with Black Panther. And like, man,
wow. I meant more of just like you always have to be careful with how you say things, because sometimes, like when you say stuff to people, they're not immediately gonna understand it, or if you act like an asshole about it, you're not gonna be in the right. But if you can explain your point properly, you can genuinely get your point across, no matter what you have to say.
And if you guys want to hear more white people say bad shit about Black Panther, you can also check out Double Toasted tonight, because Will's gonna go on to discuss his very bad review of Black Panther. Apparently, he was getting emails about how bad his review was for Black Panther and how it kind of seemed racist. So if you guys want to watch that, Double Toasted tonight, it's in the description as well. Go check it out.
How do they call us the fun police when Will is on DT?
Exactly.
Well, who invented this department, Jesus Christ?
God dang it.
I'm the head of the fun police.
But we'll move on from the next one. Thank you, Ruthless. That was actually a really good question, Ruthless. And I know, Ruthless, you had another question, but like I said earlier, and hopefully I can say this without fucking up this time, on Saturday, the remaining questions we're actually going to be using for the Midnight Chat Attack, because BBM had a really good question too, and you too, Al. But moving on here. click. And yeah, this is from Cedric, my boy. Cedric in the chat right now, actually. He said, what's a simple gift you got from a friend that you'll never throw away because it has sentimental value to you? I'm going to leave that up a little bit, but Ganja, I would imagine that you have a few of these. Oh, I think he did.
Man, I got one that makes me mad. See, I don't get a lot of gifts from people, so anytime anyone gives me a gift, I cherish it. And that comes with anything, even when someone buys me a game for my birthday. So I've said vocally that I think that Elder Scrolls Online is one of the worst fucking games ever made, and one of the worst RPGs ever made, especially online. The thing is my friend was so desperate to play this with anybody, he sent it to me, and it is just as garbage on console.
Oh shit!
I still have it.
Wow.
I could trade this in, but I feel so bad that he bought me a gift that I can't trade this in. I have to keep it, but I'll never play it again. I will never play that game again.
All right, so the reason I got up so rudely, Nick, is because one, I want to fuck with you for a second, and two, because I had Alan's glasses that he forgot in New York that I kept reminding him, hey, don't leave shit behind, man. Don't leave behind. You're going to leave something behind. Sure enough, he didn't listen to me. He ended up leaving behind one of his favorite glasses. So I do have his glasses that I'm never going to get rid of. But as I went over to go get it, as an example, I realized I lost those motherfuckers.
What?
I can't find them. I can't find them.
Why are we doing this live? We have to discuss this later, motherfucker. You lost my fucking glasses?
I don't know where they are. They were over there. Now they're not over there.
Are you fucking with me right now?
I'm not fucking with you. That's why it's so funny right now.
Oh, you are a motherfucker. God damn it, man. I know it. God, we'll discuss this later, man. God damn it.
Oh.
Also, so like the one thing that I didn't lose is my ex-girlfriend. One thing is I respect people if they make handmade stuff for me. Like I feel like if you make something for you like out of hand, it feels like you put more sentimental value than just going to a store and buying something. And it's here, $4.99. It made me think of you for like a second while I'm at the mall. Like making something by hand and going out your way to make like small arts and craft. That shows you got interest in me, not into this romantic sense, but at least to care to make something for me. So I have like my old bracelet that she made for me when I started raving in the old days. That it's all red and black and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's actually I'm kind of surprised that. The way you said it too wasn't just like some kind of like financially spent thing, like, oh hey, like
like a pair of glasses,
like, emotional thing.
Like a pair of $200 glasses.
I'm just saying though, like it's nice to see Ganja actually have that open to him. Like that's really nice. For me, and I don't have a picture of it. And I was just looking up random Lucha Libre masks just to kind of show you guys. But it's nothing like any of these, so whatever. But at the Double Tosa New York party. Julian came up to me and gave me this skull mask type thing, and I will say, like, the thing that means a lot to me for that sense is because me and Julian do not get along at all, like zero.
Really?
So to think that he even decided to get me anything, I mean, if he got me a drink, I would have fucking cried. But like a mask, because like that's really cool, and I still have it. It's actually I still have the package and everything too. I tried it on. I actually tried it on in the hotel, in front of Ganja. I probably look like an idiot. But when I do get my webcam and everything on, I'm actually going to be wearing it for one of the shows and whatnot. But yeah, just really cool for Julian to do that, and I don't think I've ever thanked him for it. So Julian, for watching, thank you very much. And on top of it too, it's like to do that for somebody who fights with you all the time and talks shit to you all the time. I gotta give props to Julian because I tell you this much, I wouldn't have done that. So you won't see me give a fucking mask to Sammy. So with that said, though, moving on to the next topic over here, and I think this is gonna be our last one. This one, like, we've had some kind of emotional questions and whatnot too. Very deep stuff. So I want to make sure that this is, we gotta be careful and everything with this. The last question, folks.
Do you miss your pair of glasses?
No.
I hate you.
Motherfucker, I hate you.
Wasn't orange.
I fucking hate you.
That's proof. End of discussion.
And here's
Jet
the thing.
Jackson.
Yeah, by Jet Jackson. And here's the thing, folks, because that is a pretty deep question. So I'm actually going to do something really quick. I'm going to show you. This is an orange right here. That's an orange. So, in case you're wondering, that's an orange.
Seriously?
You just ruined all the motive we had. Like we had a great train. We were hitting good questions. We had a big reveal that made everyone excited for the next episode, and you just threw that shit right off the fucking track.
I almost
into the sea of oblivion, into a black hole that shot that shit into another sun.
I almost forgot that I'm still pissed off at Ganja for losing my glasses.
Never mind, Nick. Keep going.
No, we're good. People,
Lord, I can't
That
believe that was the last fucking
is an
question.
orange right there. It's an orange. And if you're curious what an orange is, it's a fruit.
That's a tangerine.
Wait, that's not a tangerine.
No, no.
Motherfucker, it's just orange. No, you gonna argue. I swear to God.
I'm not arguing. You're
This is
not arguing, that was
up
Jen.
here, motherfucker.
Nick, that was Jen in the chat. Calm down, brother. We're not gonna argue over
Right.
orange.
Oh, I thought Alan was arguing with me about fucking
I
orange.
know. It's tough for you to read sometimes, Nick, but it's in the chat.
I'm sorry. I was looking at your face with red in my eyesight. I was ready to kill you.
What the fuck am I gonna argue? I don't even know what a tangerine is.
Cause you argue with me all the fucking time, Alan.
He was the head of his debate class.
Yeah, oh my God. Everything makes so much sense now, folks.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. You know what's not an orange? DoubleToast.com.
Nah, it's kind of pin purple.
Yeah, it is. No. Our logo's orange. Hey. Ooh. Freshly squeezed too. But the thing is, this show's gonna start in about 1 minute and 13, 12, 11, 10
Live
seconds.
countdown. We're just gonna watch it here for a minute.
No, we're not. We're gonna leave. So, people, with that said, I had fun with y'all. You guys are fucking awesome. But Ganja Guru, there's a little thing that you guys do, and you'll be doing that on Friday. Why don't you tell the folks what that is once again,
if
sir?
Alan doesn't kill me when we do the after hours, where just us hanging out and talking about how the show went. If that shit doesn't start a fight, we're definitely gonna be doing Donkey Kong 64, which is the superior 64 game that's gonna be played between me and Alan. Not really play between me and him because sadly it's not multiplayer. But we're gonna joke around, fuck around, have a good time. Make sure to check us out, the Untitled Video Game Show, on the Facebook page at 7:30 CST time on Friday.
Oh, yes. And then there's another thing that we've been talking about and how you guys actually got your questions in here and whatnot. Ganja Guru, you've been on there so often. Why'd you tell them about this shit too, sir?
Make sure to hop up on our Amino page where we just fuck around. Come and join the general chat because we'll just talk shit all night. For real, guys, check out our Amino page. We're just fuck around in the general chat. Drop your best memes, gifts, ask questions to everybody that's in the Midnight Chat Attack. So pretty much what you guys do with the community questions that kind of help us add content to the show and just, add content to the Amino page. So there's a reason for you guys to hang out there and shoot the shit. Or if you're like Alan, realize it exists 2 weeks after its creation.
Man, nobody told me. I've been posting shit and posting polls and doing all sorts of stuff for weeks, and then Cedric said, "Yo, you should join the chat." I'm like, "What fucking chat? Oh fuck, who are you people?"
You should join the chat attack. Wait, is that the podcast we've been doing this whole time? I thought we were just hanging out. I didn't know it was live.
Oh.
No.
Also, make sure to check out the Ringside Hangout, guys, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. Even on days that don't exist. Make sure to check them out.
And one more thing to check out, too. And I don't know if you guys have this ready yet, but after hours on Saturday, you do have something planned, correcto?
No, we did a theme last week, so we're actually going to just be doing just the regular bullshit, make a choice, put on some random stuff, or get a vote in if you guys want to watch something.
Yeah, and
We do have a plan for the next, we do this Saturday. Obviously, we're not going to because we're the off week, but we do have a plan starting next week. So next Saturday, we are going to be starting our Road to Infinity War. You'll get more information on Saturday how that's actually going to work. But yeah, we are. The next few weeks are planned out.
Yeah, and people, by the way, too, with the community question things on Amino, you can keep adding them in there, and I'll just add them to our docket here. So, just so you guys know, community questions, we're starting to do that now, and we're going to do that every single show. It'll be one of our things, kind of like a staple at the Flex and Chill thing. So, keep doing that, and with that said, there's only one thing left to do, and on that one, and on that two, Ganja Guru, and on that sister,
Ultimate thrill ride.